Hello YouTube, Lightbringer here, and this video is a little late coming out on a Friday, and I apologize for that. I think my videos will start coming out on Fridays just because that'll make things just a little easier for my schedule. So, Tuesday Shovel Knight, Friday, whatever the heck I feel like doing that week. So, requests are welcome. Today, Destiny is back. Oh, wow, that's a cool shot. Go me. And I have been going back to raiding with Av and other folks, and I got my first Adept weapon ever, and I was so happy, because whenever people talk about the Adept weapons they got from Trials of Osiris, or pretty much Trials of Osiris, they are moderately better than the originals. Oh crap. And they are amazingly overpowered when it comes to Crucible. And so when they released that you could get the legendary version of the guns in the raids as well as get the Adept exotic versions, I'm like, it might be worth giving up my exotic slot if I can get a better version of Vision of Confluence or Fatebringer. And then I got Fatebringer from Templar, and I was so happy until I actually looked at my original Fatebringer. And as you can see, their stats are the exact freaking same, and they changed the flavor text. I just noticed that sucks, because I liked the original flavor text better. Delivering the inevitable, one trigger pull at a time. That's cool. Not, where's your fate? And who brings it? I don't know, maybe it's that guy, maybe it's that guy. Anybody with Fatebringer, I guess. It being Adept means it is an exotic now, which means it takes up your exotic slot, which means you can't use any of your other good guns, like Sleeper or Dark Drinker for raids. No, that's Dark Drinker. Or, say, Icebreaker or Invective for Crucible or Sniping, or any of those fun guns you would normally use, because they had to make it an exotic, and that was such a stupid move. The only honest difference they did to Fatebringer is they switched out its paint job. Now it's all platinum and gold instead of this kind of rustic gold or brass color. Also, its Oracle Disruptor perk, instead of being at the end and being the very last thing you need to upgrade to, it is now its core perk, which also means it's probably a very weak exotic outside of the Atheon raid, because its unique perk is I Hurt Oracles in the Vault of Glass. So outside of the Vault of Glass, that is a perk that you will never see the use of, which means that this is just a outlaw Firefly hand cannon with explosive rounds, which, yes, is still unique, but is it worth taking up your exotic slot for a gun that you already knew could do all of this? The fact that the legendary version from year one has the exact same stats blows me away, because that makes me wonder, are all the exotic versions of your favorite weapons just pretty much my favorite weapons, but now taking up the exotic slot I kind of need for, say, Icebreaker or Sleeper Simulant fighting Atheon? I mean, I really wish I had just gotten the legendary version and the non-adept version. So I feel like I got gypped by getting an exotic, and that's kind of dumb. So this is my, I guess, rant / return to doing Destiny stuff. I might send some footage. I mean, don't get me wrong, Fatebringer was my first raid weapon ever. And it's like when they said they were bringing it back, I'm like, okay, I want my Fatebringer back just because it was my coolest and my first. I want my Vision of Confluence back because I love my scout rifles and Vision was great. And gosh darn it, I want my Vex back because I want to know if they made the Vex any better than it used to be when I first got mine. Because I got mine after they nerfed it into the ground. But, that really makes me sad. Like, other than the paint job, the gun's the exact same. It has all the same perks, it has all the same stats, it still is only, like, it's a hand cannon, so if you like using hand cannons, it's a great gun. But the raid weapons were great raid weapons because they had the power of an exotic and they were a legendary. Like, that's what made them so unique. I get Bungie is being real anal about elemental primaries being, like, apparently a bad thing. I'm like, why? I mean, yeah, Fatebringer's an elemental primary, but so is Zalo Supercell. Like, Fatebringer's perk isn't on the same level as the Zalo or the Mida or the Outbreak Prime or even the Necrochasm. All this is an explosive round handgun that's good against oracles. Well, okay. I've got 50 weapons that have a unique perk that are better than that. So why make it take up my exotic perk other than just to say, like, a screw you to you because, oh yeah, it's also an elemental primary. Well, whoop. A lot of the things I'm fighting, even in its own raid, are Minotaurs. Arc doesn't hurt those guys. So your Arc primary hand cannon is a freaking waste of space. Which makes me sad because I love my Fatebringer. And the fact that it's my best weapon to kill oracles to do the Atheon challenge this week means I have to use Fatebringer, which means I can't use my Sleeper Simulant for damaging Atheon, which kinda kills my DPS compared to my fellow players. Instead, I am using a mix of Fatebringer, my Devil's Dawn, and my Baron's Ambition because Baron's Ambition does some serious damage. Our Atheon keeps moving around, and I am terrible at quick-scoping, so Devil's Dawn is not my friend. I would have preferred to use either Icebreaker or Sleeper Simulant, but I can't because I'm stuck with freaking same gun! Once again, Bungie took a simple idea. Let's give you back your raid weapons at potentially level 400 instead of 170 at a max. Except now let's make them exotic. Okay, fine. If the exotic had been it gets Firefly and the Oracle Disruptor, it would have worked. That would have been a unique thing, because Fatebringer is unique in that it has explosive rounds. Or Firefly. One of the two makes it special. So make that part of its unique perk. So that it's actually a unique perk. Because 20 different weapons have the freaking Oracle Disruptor and all of them fire faster. Ugh, Fatebringer. You ruined my childhood, Bungie. Or at least the last couple years where I was like, man, I wish I could use my Fatebringer. Oh, wait. Just, it makes me sad. Because there are stronger weapons that are better suited to your exotic slot. And Bungie is hoping you will use the nostalgia factor to want to use these older guns that they have promoted to exotic status, even though they don't deserve exotic status. Like, for example, Vision. We were talking about Vision. It's a scout rifle that is about half the strength of your average scout rifle, but it's got full auto, which is cool, but any scout rifle can pretty much roll with full auto, so that's not unique. It's solar, which is good, but there are other solar exotics out there that being solar makes them exotic. Everything else about Vision of Confluence, it's got Oracle Disruptor, but that's not a unique perk. Being solar isn't a unique perk. The two of them combined are not enough to make them a unique perk. And that, I guess, is the saddest part. Like, if you're gonna make our guns adept and add on that descriptor, I was so excited when I got it, because I'm like, okay, usually the Osiris weapons that are adept and Crucible weapons have like just that little sliver of something extra, either a little extra reload speed or a little extra damage or a little extra rate of fire. This is adept. It blatantly says it's an adept weapon, and all it gains is the exotic status. I don't want that from my adept. Adept means it's better, not that it got a paint job. It goes from this rustic color to platinum and gold and gains nothing stats-wise, and that ticks me off. Because now I can't use Fatebringer because I normally run a sword, and I love my swords, and I love my Icebreaker. It's a good clutch weapon if you need a sniper or something that does a little extra oomph on the go. But I can't, because they're being replaced by Fatebringer, and that is so dumb. So I guess this rant is over. Fatebringer has cued me in that probably most all of the adept weapons are going to just be the guns I used 3 years ago, and Bungie couldn't bring themselves to just give me the same freaking gun I had 3 years ago. They had to do something stupid with it. I mean, why change the freaking flavor text? What do you gain from that other than ticking people off? So stupid. And then you also know you're going to be losing it in September when Destiny 2 comes out. And I'm like, I'm hoping that later in the game or in like the first or second DLC, we're somehow getting back the exotic weapon kiosk. And it's going to let us use all of our old weapons at the current light level or level cap or whatever Bungie is trying to do. Because they're saying light level is pretty much kind of stupid. And we've all known that. All it does, like when a light level 400 Guardian is fighting level 42 enemies, it lets you know that level matters and light level doesn't. So, I am going to stop this here, because if I start ranting about the differences of Destiny 1 and 2 that we already know are coming, and the stupid weapons, and the stupid Bungie, and the stupid... This video is going to go on forever, and by the time I post some of the rants, they're going to be outdated and probably fixed. Hopefully they're going to patch something. And for those of you watching this, the challenge mode stuff isn't worth it. All you get is a stupid emblem, which, yes, the emblem looks pretty cool. That's the one for the Templar. But you have to have clockwork precision and hope that the RNG of the enemy AI and the game do not totally screw you over or glitch somewhere. So what would be a 10 to 20 minute boss fight takes easily 3 or 4 hours, and it's just so dumb to get just a little emblem. But me and the wife really just want to farm Atheon, but we can't because everybody on LFG is like, challenge mode. We all want to do challenge. I don't want to do challenge. I want to just kill the boss, get my Vex, get my guns, and then go kill Atheon again. Because he's a fun... Like, his raid is fun. and I can't farm the fun raid because Bungie added in the stupid challenges that have nothing to do with the boss. Kill all the oracles. Why? See, I told you if I went ranting, I'm good. Just keep going on the rant. I love you guys. I hope you have a safe and fun weekend this weekend. Lights out.